So, thanks for watching. Some of you guys know me as Molly, some of you know me as Captain Pizza, some of you know me as user But Will There Be Pizza, some of you don't know me at all. Whatever the case is, today I am going to be making one of the recipes from the 21 Pilots cookbook that the 21 Pilots subreddit all put together. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be making Implicit Demand for Brownies, which is a play on the song title Implicit Demand for Proof, which is off the self-titled album. The user who submitted this recipe is user Twisted Kaleidoscope, which I'm really glad that you decided to do a recipe because I remember this user was a little skeptical, so hey look, now we're making a video of your recipe, which is super cool. So I'm going to put on my nifty apron and we'll get started. So there's going to be a few things that you'll need to do this recipe. It's brownies, so it's pretty basic. You'll need a mixing bowl like this one. You're going to need an 8x8 baking pan. You will also need sugar and butter and eggs and vanilla. You will also need some melted chocolate. I've already melted mine in the microwave, as you can see. Also, you will need some all-purpose flour and some cocoa powder. Very first thing, I'm kind of ad-libbing this. I have the recipe right here. I have not made this yet. So let's get started. First things first, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I'm going to do right now. Things are already going great. That was really smooth. Take your 8x8 baking dish. You are going to first spray it with some good old non-stick spray because we want optimal brownie experience here. We want to taste every bit of the brownie. So, on top of that, and just in case the non-stick spray wasn't enough, we're also going to use some parchment paper. Like the heads of your enemies, just off there. Okay. So we're gonna lay it in there. Good. And set it aside. Perfect! In a large bowl. That looks pretty large, right? I'd say so. Whisk together your sugar and your butter. So for sugar, how much are we gonna need? I don't know. Let's look up here. A cup of sugar. What do you know? If you want, you can just take it out of the big bag like normal people do. I just wanted to do this because make it easier. So you're gonna take your sugar and you want a cup of it. So get all that sugar in there. And you are going to take a cup of sugar and pour it in your bowl. Nifty. So once you've done that, there were sugar particles in the air and I was fortunate enough to get some in my mouth. We're also going to want to combine 5 ounces of butter, which is basically like a stick plus a little more. And you want it at room temperature. Mine's a little melted, which is fine. Just smush it on. Oh yeah. If that does not make you hungry for some brownies, I don't know what will. Love that. Here's a little more because we need 5 ounces. Just pop that in there. We're good to go. So it says to whisk it. I don't have a whisk, but I do have a handy dandy wooden spoon here that I'm just gonna kind of mush it all in there together and like kind of whisk it. You know, I'm just improvising here. I'm a broke grad student. I don't have all these fancy kitchen cooking supplies like a whisk. Come on. What is that? Do I look like a gourmet chef? Who even owns whisks? I don't know. Not me. It says cream, so I'm just gonna keep. Got a nice little sugary lump of butter right there. Just sugar and fat all mixed together. The next step, I believe, is going to be your vanilla and your eggs. I'm correct. So vanilla extract. All you really need is 2 teaspoons of it. So take your little extract. I gotta take the lid off because I didn't even have vanilla. I bought vanilla specifically for this video, so you better be happy that I made this. By the way, my expectations for this recipe are pretty high because let's try using something sharper. That should do it. It worked. as I was saying, I have high expectations because Twisted Kaleidoscope here says they are crunchy on the top, but soft and rich in the middle. That sounds like one kick-butt brownie to me. Okay, so we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Here is our first teaspoon. The oven's ready. Okay, so 1, pour it on in there. Maybe if I squeeze it a little bit. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, perfect. 2, pour it on in there. And also, what was the other thing I said? Eggs? I know what I'm doing. I'm not making this up as I go. Practice this many times. So you're gonna need 2 eggs. 1, 2. 1 egg. Oh yeah, right in there, just like that. We know what's up. Then you take your second egg, and guess what? You do the same darn thing. What do you know? So easy, who would have known? So then you're gonna, actually, I can offer some tips here. I read somewhere that if you break the yolk with your spoon, it makes it all mix together a little easier. You guys probably already knew that. That's like cooking 101, right? Everything's mixed together pretty well, as you can see. We got a nice batter going on here. Looks lovely. So the next thing that we're gonna do is put in the chocolate and the dry ingredients. I showed you guys this before, but I have already melted my chocolate. You need 7 ounces of it. You know, I have a spatula that would actually probably work better, so. So, take your spatula or spoon, whatevs. Put it on in there. Yep, that looks awesome and smooth. Try to get as much as you can in there. I think what's really great about this recipe is that brownies are fitting for 21 Pilots music, especially self-titled, because if you're listening to it, you're probably going to be wanting something sweet and chocolatey because all the feels. So, once you got your chocolate in there, like so, mix it again. My husband's making stupid faces at me from behind the camera, and he's trying to make me laugh. It's kind of working, but not really. So, gonna keep whisking. I mean, not whisking, because I'm poor and don't have a whisk. I just have a plain old wooden spoon. Okay, so once you've mixed that all together, looks pretty good, you are going to add the dry ingredients, which is the flour and the cocoa powder. You need 2/3 of a cup of your famous all-purpose flour. It's flour that's good for all purposes. Like I said before, just scoop it right out of the main thing, doesn't matter. I got 1/3 of a cup here, so I'm gonna do 2 of these. 1/3, boom, right in there, just like that. So easy, who would have ever thought? You got another 1/3 of a cup, bam, right in the middle, just like that. So simple, what did I say? Okay, so 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, boom, right in there. So this seems a little important, I'm just gonna point this out. Mix it together until it's incorporated, but don't over-mix. Well, what happens if I over-mix it? Does an asteroid fall from the sky and destroy Earth? Do gremlins come out of my mixing bowl and attack me and my husband? I don't really want to risk it either way. I mean, it sounds pretty serious. So I'm guessing this is more of a like less is more situation. It just says until incorporated, so go with the flow until it's a little. See, I'm trying to be real careful. I don't want to over mix it. Okay, it's getting pretty thick. Who needs to go to the gym when you can just bake things? I mean, a workout here. Burn all these calories that I'm gonna intake while I'm gorging myself on brownies. Okay, Twisted Kaleidoscope, if you're watching this, please tell me that is a correct amount of mixing because, dear God, I don't want anything bad to happen. Did I overmix it? Oh God, please tell me I didn't overmix that. Now is the big moment. We're gonna take our greased and parchment papered, okay, you can't really, it's gonna be flattened. The paper's just doing that, so when you pour the batter in, it's just gonna kind of like take my brownie mix here and plop it on in there. Oh, there it goes. There's that sound. I told you. So scraping the sides, scraping it on down. I'm pretty stoked to try this recipe, and you guys know that we delivered this cookbook to Michael at a show in California. I think it was 2 weeks ago now. And I think he gave it to Tyler and Josh. I haven't heard anything, but I hope they have it and I hope they like it. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. It's pretty lit. Once you have your giant blob of brownie in your little thing, doesn't that just look delicious? Just wanna eat it all up. Once you have all of your brownie batter poured in your little 8x8 baking dish, sliding around in there. Once you have all of your batter in your 8x8 baking dish, just smooth it around, make it even-ish. I'm gonna do a little 21 Pilots action here. Oh yeah, you can't see that at all. I did the logo. It's smooshing. Make it all even, basically, in your little pan here. And if you're really smart, you'll leave a little extra dough for later, if you know what I'm saying. Just put it on in your oven. So my oven's already been preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to place my little pan of brownies in it like so. Just like that. Now, the suggested baking time is 30 to 35 minutes. The good part about you guys watching the video is that you get to skip all that and just go to when the brownies are already done. I actually have to wait that long. So I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes and then I will come and check on the brownies and see how they are. You can do a lot in 30 minutes. You can run a few miles. You can climb some stuff like trees or rocks. Or you can, you know, lick this clean and go binge watch something on Netflix. Damn. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to cuss. Needless to say, this is a pretty dang good dough. So hopefully the brownies are that good. So I'll be right back. So apparently I decided to film this part of the video at a separate angle than the original part where I was cooking. Anyway, the brownies were in the oven for 30 minutes, and you can see look pretty dang good. It's still a little flobbity, and that is a technical culinary term. I put the brownies back in the oven for another 5 minutes just to see if it would if they would cook anymore. But it doesn't seem to have helped too much. They're basically just dough with a nice layer of crisp on top. I'm not complaining because I think it's really good. But if you like your brownies more well done, I would suggest probably keeping them in for another 5 to 10 minutes. So we're talking like maybe 40 to 50 minutes, somewhere in there. So anyway, all in all, I give this recipe probably a 9 out of 10. Pretty great. Thanks for watching. And remember that every Friday on the Cookbook's Twitter, we give away a digital copy of the book. So go make sure that you like the Cookbook's Twitter, or follow. I don't understand how it works. You kids and your fancy technology things. Follow the Cookbook on Twitter. It is at TOP Cookbook. And on Friday mornings, we post a trivia question. If you reply with the correct answer, you will be automatically entered into the drawing to win. Thanks, and stay street. Look at my oven meat. That you all have guns for hams, yeah. 'Cause he's a pig.
How can it be hams for hands?
Because hams doesn't rhyme with guns?